Good morning, everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. I thought I'd show you Miss Smalls being absolutely adorable. Hi, don't pee on me. That's not the first thing everybody wants to see. Are you playing with your bag? Go play with your bag. Are you playing with your bag? This is Smalls Bobcat. Quit doing that. Nothing's coming out. Good morning, Dee Dee. We're here with Smalls, our little small girl. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hi. Are you being a cutie pie? Good morning, Kathy. No, you keep your head in there. You keep your head in here. My favorite time of the day with Smalls is first thing in the morning. You're so silly. Hi, Nor. Hi, Matthew. Good morning, Melissa. Happy Tuesday to you. Good morning, Christina. So we're just gonna do another little general walkabout, especially with all the smaller cats that are way more active first thing in the morning than they are the whole rest of the day. This is Smalls Bobcat. I walked over to her because she was playing with her bag. There we go. No, go play with your bag. Play with your bag. And she has some kind of spice bag there. Nobody wants to see your butt, silly. I want to see your pretty face and hear your purring. I can hear you purring. Hi, Claudine. Hi, Diana. Good morning. Hi, Steven. Good morning, Stephanie. So we're just going to do a little general walkabout. When I walked up to her, she's being adorable with her bag. Now she's just interested in me and did I bring food. So let's check on some of her neighbors. If I can crawl out of where I was crouched down at. Oh, now you're back. She'll probably get her morning zoomies. Good morning, Dave. Hi, Trish. Oh, I spy a biscuit behind me. Hi, Nabisco. Hi. Here's Nabisco. What you doing, sir? What you doing? Where's Mrs.? So it's just around 7:30 in the morning, so the volunteers will just now be coming through the front gate. Good morning, Leanne. And the first thing they'll come out and do is separate all the cats that do share an enclosure with other cats. And they'll close lockouts for all the naughty small cats, and then all lockouts get closed for cougars and larger. And the lockouts are where they get the good stuff. They're used to that being their feeding area. It's where they go for water. And most of the cats that share enclosures know the drill, and they kind of separate themselves, and then we just close the door. I arrive at 7 a.m. Yeah. Yes, I do. I'm usually here till 6 at the earliest. Susan, I did kind of see a post about that this morning. I didn't dig too much. It's not too surprising. Oh, there he goes, scratching on his log. You getting your nails all nice and sharp? Don't swat me like Smalls tried to. Yeah. I get that weed out of your lockout. Yeah. But yeah, that's not too surprising. We actually get a lot of bobcats in our area. Where are you going? All right. Oh, there's Mrs. Hi, Mrs. We've got a lot of stretching and clawing this morning. Hi, Pumpkin. This is Mrs. Claus. She's a busybody in the morning. Lazy as all can be in the afternoon. Yeah, quite a few of our rehab bobcats have come fairly close from here, or always within a couple hours, it seems like. Well, everybody's a busybody now. Well, thank you so much for your donation. Hi. Hi, Biscuit. Hello to Sweden. We're just kind of doing a general walkabout. Nabisco's sharpening his claws for the day. Sorry, they'll make all of us dizzy by me trying to chase them in the morning. Yeah, you're a busybody. He's waiting on his keepers to come around. Hi. You being a cutie? This is Nabisco. In the wild, most of the big cats live like maybe 10 to 12 years at most, assuming there's no injuries or major predators or anything like that. But in captivity, they've been known to get into their 20s because they're getting really good diets and very good vet care. Here's Smalls again. You sharpening your claws too? Everybody's got that going on this morning. Good morning, Kate. If you guys are just joining, this is Smalls at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. And she gets her neighbors all stirred up. So Mrs. Claus and Nabisco are the closest cats to her. You guys will hear Gilligan. Gilligan's calling. You can see Apollo off in the background. There's Mr. Apollo back there up on his den too. Let's see who else we can find. Let's look for Gilligan and Skipper. Good morning, Mandy. Thank you guys for joining us. We're just gonna do a nice little walkabout this morning when the cats are the most active. Gilligan's enclosure here. Might be able to see him through the grasses. Gilligan! Hi, handsome! What are you doing? Oh, don't poof at me. Oh, what's the matter? Yeah. Yeah. What's the matter? Are you ready for breakfast? Here's Gilligan for you. He's not usually noisy every morning, but certain mornings he really is. Good morning, Patty in Ohio. That's where I'm originally from. Where are you going? I'll follow. I'll follow. Where are we going? Where are we going, Gilligan? He does have the funniest little howl. You're so cute. Where are we going? Yeah, I'll try to walk us over to Sue and Lakota. That's a good idea. You can see that Gilligan had gotten some enrichment. I believe Darren Hawley had built him what looked like Gilligan's Island, and he has since crushed that. You come up here? Come all the way up. There you go. Good job, buddy. You're the most handsome man. Yes, you are. I love you. Hi, Kayla. Yeah, we were just over at Nabisco and Mrs. Claus. Yeah, buddy, I love you. And this is Gilligan. Yeah. Yep, when this feed's over, you'll be able to go back to the beginning and you'll see Mrs. Well, I'm on foot, Anthony, so I just started filming from where I was, and right now we're over with the littles. So bobcats, lynx, servals. I just had a request for Sue and Lakota, so we'll go check them out. All right, Gilligan. You can see Zukari up there on his platform as well. We're on on 67 acres here, so forgive me if I can't walk up to every single cat. This would be all day long. Here's Zucari. Yep, Gilligan is a Canada lynx. This is Tonga. Tonga's super smart. He knows that this little box off the side of his cage is his lockout, and that's where breakfast comes. Hi. Hi, cutie pie. He's such a patient gentleman. He always just patiently waits for breakfast. Don't ya? You a good boy? I know, I didn't bring any, I'm sorry. I don't have the breakfast today. They had enough feeders. So yeah, I'd like to walk you guys through, especially to show you some of the cats you don't always see. I know I mentioned it in one of my last live feeds that it was starting to hurt me and Afton's feelings that people only attach to certain cats over other cats, and they're all important to us. So I realized, well, it's because you guys don't get to see a lot of these other cats. His nose is doing fine. He's been cancer-free for over 5 years, I believe. That's Tigerlily that you just saw walk by. She's relatively close neighbors to Sue and Lakota, who share this space in front of me. I see somebody. Hi. Where are you going? See, I'm gonna go over here. We're both over here now. So Lakota is the one coming up to me, and Sue is the one right behind him. You can see they still have very hissy personalities. Oh, I know. Well, have a good day at work, Christina. Yep, that's why I like to make sure we post these on our Wildcat Walkabout Show channel as well as our Facebook page, and you guys can go back and watch them later. I used to do that when Carol was doing them. I would save a bunch of them and then let them stream while I was at work so that I could hear all the updates. What you doing, lady? Sorry, you're soaking up the sun, but it doesn't make it easy to see you. So that's Sue. So keepers will come out and actually drop a door between these two so that they're able to get their breakfast safely and not have to fight for food. I don't know if you guys can see, it looks like there's a bunch of like paper and garbage in their cage essentially, but what it was a really cute little enrichment campsite that everybody built for them in the enrichment group. I think it was Jen Holly that built a lot of these, and I have pictures that I plan to share. It's just gotten a little busy this week, but they completely destroyed it. So that's adorable. Diana, I did ask Catherine about Keisha this morning because I knew she'd be a hot topic. She has still been taking her meds, and she did eat a little bit here and there over the weekend and a little bit yesterday. When I walked through this morning, she was actually out of her den. She's not hiding, which is a great sign. She was laying up on our platform. So unfortunately though, we are just taking it day by day with her. We like to see the improvements, but we also know that age and all of her ailments work against her, so just send your positivity for Keisha. All right, Lakota. Bye, Sue baby. Yeah, unfortunately I don't get a lot of photos of these two because they're in that 2x4 wire, and it makes it really difficult to get photos of them. Plus I feel like they always want to rush up to me. Hi, Lily. And it makes it even tougher, a little more scary. Hi, baby girl. What you doing? What you doing, Mama? Hi. Yep, we have 68 cats on property, but that's not including our 7 rehabs. Are you giving me your Miss Attitude today? This is Tigerlily. Good morning, James. This is Miss Lily. Thank you. You never liked the stabilizer. Unfortunately, it's not possible to volunteer for just a week unless it's just in our gift shop. But you can go to bigcatrescue.org/get-involved, and that gives you all the different ways you can volunteer for us, including being an advocate, which is not, yeah, I know, which is not animal care, but you don't physically have to be here in order to help us with a lot of those items. Yes, her little heart-shaped nose. She's quite feisty in the morning, aren't ya? She is ready to pounce. This right here is why I absolutely love her. She is just fierce as all get out. She's, I believe, our oldest cat. I keep saying it could be her or Riza, but I think it's her. Yeah, she just celebrated being here for 23 years. And if anybody thinks they can make a cat like this a pet, look at her now. Over 23 years of being here around people, and this is still how she greets almost everybody. Yeah, and she will not let us use a scratcher on her, so she's older and doesn't have a way to get a lot of those mats off of her. All right, Lily, breakfast comes next. Yeah, breakfast is next. So you were asking about Kelowna and Dryden. They live right next door to Tigerlily. So let's see if we can see anybody. It's like Dryden is right there. Good morning, Candy.
You could spend the whole day filming Tigerlily.
I could. I have to actively tell myself, you gotta go look at other cats. Yeah, it looks like Dryden's over here. Hi, bud. Usually they actually kind of separate themselves. Good morning, Lori. Yeah. So Dryden and then Kelowna is most likely running around over on that side. I can tell you that she has been coming out and actually allowing people to see her eat in lockout. You can't make any crazy sudden movements. I think you guys probably saw it on my live feed the other day, but Kelowna is finally coming back out of her shell a little bit. Still got a long way to go, but the fact that she'll walk all the way up to her lockout and actually eat in lockout while people are around is miraculous. Let's see if we could see Thurston and Lovey. We got one of them over here. It looks like Lovey. Hi, Miss Lovey. Hi, pretty girl. I know. Where's breakfast? Where's breakfast? This is Lovey Bobcat. Oh, that's wonderful, James. This is beautiful Lovey. She's like, oh, you definitely don't have food. Yeah, right now everything's very green. We've actually got really lucky and finally got a lot of rain, so grass is growing in. We had kind of a bit of a drought there for a while. So there's Lovey again, peeing. See, that's mine. And it looks like Thurston is already up in the bubble where he knows he gets fed. That's the important bubble to be in. Yes, the howls are absolutely adorable. Here she goes back that way. Let me walk around the other side. We'll see if we can see Thurston. Yep, the howls are the big finale on the feeding tour generally. A couple weeks ago though, they were having some cage maintenance. Oh, there he is. Hi, sneaky boy. I know. Here's Thurston. Hi. Oh, you're so cute. You're the cutest. Everybody always wants to know what happened to his ear. He came in like that. He was part of the Kansas rescue that we call the Gilligan's Island Rescue. So he came in with Gilligan, Skipper, Lovey, Ginger, Marianne, and Sweetie Pie Thurston. He's also usually a big hit on the Keeper tour. He does love enrichment, loves sickles. Oh, was that enough? So yeah, you don't have my food. You don't have my food, I'm not that interested. It's morning time, which is their favorite time. Still fairly cool, although today it's already really humid. So why don't we pop in to the center route area and take a look. There's Miss Gabrielle. Yep, we're just taking it day by day with Keisha. She has been taking meds and eating little bits here and there, and she's not been hiding in the den as much, so. We'll walk down and check out some of the center cats. Center route is part of a feeding route. That's why I refer to it as center. It's also down the center of the main part of the sanctuary. It's where Des, Serval, Zimba, I see Diablo, Cyrus and Chaos, Frosty, Ginger. There's Diablo out on his platform. Good, Lynn. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's my pleasure and a complete honor to get to walk you guys around the sanctuary like this. Hi, Diablo. Hi, Sweet Pea. Oh, where are you going? Oh, see, I gotta claw this. I'm just making everybody want to claw stuff today. See, I gotta claw this. It's very important. Where are you going? And there he goes. All right. And there he goes. Yeah, actually, I think Hutch is enjoying Funcation. I haven't heard anything different. Oh, there's my boy. Here's Cyrus. So when Cyrus came home from Funcation, he actually went into... Yes, I know. You're back to being a little hissy. Yeah, I'm sorry. So Cyrus actually went into Chaos's old cage, and Chaos got to stay in Cyrus's enclosure because she was really coming out of her shell. She uses the platform that he never used. She loves the coolaroos over there. She's doing really good. So we thought it would be important because he is a little more sociable. And he's still gonna get visitors here, and everybody loves Cyrus. So we really wanted to make sure that Chaos was getting the opportunity to get a little more social, be seen by tours. Hi. I know, breakfast is your favorite time. So he's standing in his feeding lockout right now. It's just the extension off the side of his enclosure. Where are you going? Why are you in there? I don't have food. Yeah, cutie pie. Cyrus is a caracal. So actually, bobcats, yes, I think we've got most, I'd say our largest number is probably bobcats and servals, and then tigers. Bobcats and servals, obviously, and even caracals, they're so tiny and cute when they're little. People seem to think they can domesticate them, and they really can't. You're so silly. You're so silly. Actually, he's at a really prime weight. You know, it's actually hard to keep a caged animal at proper weight because they don't get near the exercise that they need. However, they get fed every single day, unlike in the wild where they'd only eat every few days or when they could catch prey. So he's actually at a really good weight. And then in the winter, they do grow in thicker fur, which makes them look bigger, but it's just fur. Ah. You're everybody's cutie pie. Yeah. You're so sweet. You're such a sweet boy. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. In the wild, they'd be able to roam hundreds of square miles. Here, they're obviously not able to do that. We do as much as we can with permanent enrichment, platforms, dens, coolaroos, toys, all that fun stuff. Let's see if we can find Chaos. Let's see. Chaos. Yeah, he loves to show me his tail. Yep, I can actually see Hutch right now. Oh, there she is. Hi, baby girl. So because we've gotten Cyrus so used to people and so friendly, I'm really trying to make it a mission for her to get used to people walking up and hanging out with her and giving her sickles and treats. No, we don't touch any of the cats here, whether they would let us or not. It's rude. They're wild animals. If one of them were to accidentally hurt us, they could actually be put down because of that, and that's a very selfish reason just to get one touch in there. The only time that we touch any of the animals is for medical reasons while they're sedated. So we are accredited by the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries, which means that we don't buy, sell, trade, touch, or breed any of our animals here. Hi, lady. Yeah. This is Chaos, also a caracal. That's Nikita, you guys can hear. She absolutely loves his platform, which was a big selling point on why we wanted to leave her over here in Cyrus's cage. But while her cage was empty, the Hollies came and built him a nice new platform as well. Oh, thank you, Amy. Yep, so we're home to 68 big cats on 67 acres in Tampa, Florida. And we have 2 lions, we have tigers, we have cougars, we have leopards, we have 1 jaguar. We have some savanna cats, ocelots, bobcats, servals. We have an African genet named Baby Cakes. Hi. This is Beecher. Beecher's a savanna cat. He's very talkative. Yeah. I know, you're a wild man. A little beach boy. Beecher was surrendered from private ownership because he is not a house cat. He's a wild man. Yeah. Always got something to say. So he's basically, people hybridize African servals with domestic cats, hoping to have the look of a serval but the attitude of a domestic cat, and they usually get the opposite of that. Wild man, you gonna eat your grass this morning? It's part of the routine. He's also in that 2x4 wire because he's pretty small, so too afraid he can fit out of 4x4. So we started him in this side. We have since let him into a 4x4 section, but he still has this 2x4 section as well. And that's the wire, that's not the square footage. Most of the cats have about 1,200 square foot per section, and then they usually have multiple sections. He's a sweet boy. Yeah, his owner actually came here on a tour, and Carol was like, "You do not want a Savannah cat. Here's all the reasons why." Unfortunately, she went ahead and did it. Gave it about 3 years time, and then just couldn't do it anymore. So he came here to live with us. Beecher. He loves to eat grass. He eats grass before and after breakfast. So let's see if we could see Hutch. He was out a minute ago. He is currently on Funcation, which is this enclosure that you see here. Giant enclosure. It's 22,000 square feet. I can hear him, I just don't see him. sure if she pays for his care or not, to be honest with you. I know that he was, he's behind me trying to pee on me. He was purchased for around $15,000. The lady put an extension on her house with a koi pond and everything that she could think of. He just was not nice to anyone else in the family. Yep, cats are solitary by nature, so if they were rescued alone, they've stayed alone. The only exception has been some younger bobcats, which we were able to put through the process to see if they would get along and like each other, and in that case they're spayed and neutered before they're put together. We don't believe in breeding for life in cages. In case you guys didn't know, if they're born in a cage, they can never go free. This is Manny. Good morning, Jenny. Yeah, this is Manny, our jaguar. He's very intense in the morning about food, so generally you're only gonna see this action from him, so I don't usually stay with him. Yep, you're right, James, but she fully admitted that she should have listened, and we don't take cats in here unless the owners sign paperwork that say they will never own a wild animal again. Lesson learned. We are not going to be a dumping ground so that people can turn back around and go get another kitten or cub. He's always very intense. Yeah, he's on a mission there. I want to stop and see Hutch, but I don't see him. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, I did just explain. Funcation is a 22,000 square foot enclosure where Hutch, our serval, is. And they get 2-week rotations out there. Here's Miss Sunshine. This is Sundari Leopard. Miss Sundari. Your silly girl. She's gonna flop and look at me upside down. Upside down, girl. Yeah. Pretty much all of these cats have either been surrendered, confiscated, or given up by private ownership. That's Sundari. This is Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. You can see the keepers have already been over here. You can see how these two lockouts are closed. This is where Armani and Sundari will eat breakfast, but they're closed out of it until the keepers come with food. This is Armani. Yeah, our talkative girl. Hi, lady. Yeah. Good morning. Oh, I can smell your enrichment bag. Smell cinnamon. Lots of cinnamon. There you go. You being silly girl today too? Yeah. Beautiful girl. This is Armani. Hi. You are a beautiful lady. Big yawn. Our talker girl. She loves to be chatty. She does her roaring sound quite a bit. I totally agree. If you don't think cats should be in cages and you don't think people should own these amazing animals as pets, then you should definitely go to bigcatact.com and please make the call of the wild. Armani would love that, huh? You got a blade of grass right in front of your face. Oh, flop. Flop, my silly girl. Look at those feet. Look at those feet back in there. Yeah, I never want to touch them. People say that to me all the time. I just know what could happen to them if they were to accidentally hurt me, which they're a wild animal. Of course they're gonna hurt you eventually. She can carry something 3 times her size up into a tree. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, Armani has just absolutely striking eyes. Don't you, baby girl? Yeah. No, you keep that foot in there. You guys are all so frisky. Small's trying to get me, you're trying to get me. Usually Sundari tries to get me. Yeah, I know, you're so goofy. Look at that belly. Flop. Get your bag. So that's an enrichment bag that has cinnamon in it. So if any of you guys ever wonder why I don't walk up close to the cage and zoom in all the time, I've had 2 cats this morning show you exactly why. Are you all done? You done with us? Time to eat grass. Thank you, Lori, for sharing this video. Thank you to who donated, and thank you to anybody who's sharing the video. That really does help us reach more people. Let's walk back over and see if we can find Hutch. If not, I bet you Natalia is out. Yep, we actually just did flea and tick medication a few weeks ago. There's a live video about it on our page. We used to do liquid, where we would just call them into lockout and give them some food to occupy them and squirt the liquid in from above. They since caught on to that. So now it's actually pills that we put into their food. It's called Brevecto. Let's see, I'm not seeing Hutch. He's probably all the way in the back. Small cats prefer to hang out back there. There's a lot more foliage. Funcation is still a fairly new enclosure, so because of that, there's not a lot of shade or coverage yet. The trees are still growing in. Thank you, Sonia, for donating. You're so wonderful. Good, I'm glad that you guys are enjoying these feeds. Makes me very happy to bring you guys along. I see Natalia back there on her racetrack. She has 2 areas that she patrols quite frequently. One is around this big front den, and the other's back here around the smaller den. As I mentioned, cats in the wild would roam hundreds of square miles a day. They don't have that opportunity when they live in a cage, so she makes her own. I always laugh, we should put a Fitbit on her, see how many steps. How many steps do you get, busybody? Here she goes. Oh good, James, that's funny. Okay, well, she's gonna go up there. Let's see if she'll stay if I go up there. Looks like she might. She just laid down. Natalia, are you ready for breakfast? Hi, beautiful girl. So this is Natalia. She is an Amur leopard, one of the rarest cats in the world. Aren't ya? Of course you're not gonna look at me. No. She's like, you didn't bring my food. You did not bring my food. Ooh. Of course. Of course. Can I go this way? Hi. No? Okay, fine. Do love her tail. She's got almost like a snow leopard tail. Yeah, she's actually surrounded by servals, Jessica, so I think that's a very accurate description. She's learning from her neighbors. Where are you going? You gonna watch your serval neighbors? That's correct, Mary. There's shockingly low numbers for Amur leopards. So the difference is actually region. I'm not sure if you can tell from this lighting compared to what you saw with Armani, but she's got a lot fluffier fur. She's actually a little bit smaller body-wise, but seems to have a longer tail. I see you guys talking about Amazon Smile. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful that they allow you to shop through Amazon just like you normally would. Only 5% of that goes to a charity of your choice. So if you go to smile.amazon.com and you choose Big Cat Rescue as your charity, you can actually donate money to us without ever spending an extra dime on other than things that you were already going to order, which is amazing. We have so many products on there. You can actually find shirts with Natalia on it, Manny, Riza, Shamrock, Zabu, Sundari, the list goes on and on. And that's thanks to some of our wonderful artists like Jessica Marks and Cindy Arthur. I just added a new one of Andy Tiger as well. Yep, so the region they come from is what makes them so different. So I want to show you guys. You see this green barrier rope that keeps the keepers that are not of green level on this side where the servals are instead of on the side where Natalia is. It's part of our training program. This is Sheena, one of our hissiest servals. Hi, lady. And then in the background you can see Servy serval. Yeah. Now you know how I feel, Jessica, when people swoon over my photographs. Sometimes it's overwhelming. Hi, cutie pie. So an interesting fact about Sheena is she appears to have an allergy to like red meat. So she's one of our cats that actually gets zero red meat at all. She eats fish, shrimp, and chicks. And she gets a supplement on her diet every single day in order to ensure that she's getting some of the vitamins and minerals that she would be getting from the red meat and the mush that we feed. And it's most likely because of the diet. She used to be somebody's pet, which can you imagine? Can't even imagine. All right, did we bore you? Well, Miss Cricket came out to see us. Hi, Cricket. Hi, lady. Cricket was also someone's pet. Yeah, good timing on that. You see how her tail curls like that? She unfortunately was fed a diet that was not for a wild animal. And she has that crazy curly tail and some other issues because of it. Doesn't really slow her down though. She's still doing good. Just gonna go all the way to the top, I think. Wow, that was impressive. Good job, Cricket. Cricket's actually another one of the chatty cats. So sometimes you'll hear, she's not nearly as chatty as Beecher or Hutch. But she does. Yeah. Cricket, you're such a good girl. That's her best viewing spot so she can see the keepers coming with her food. Are they bringing you food? She does have a very pretty meow. You gonna answer Beecher? So we actually have a whole area here that we call Serval Row. And that's because it's all servals that people thought they could have as pets. Or potentially breed for savanna cats. So it's a pretty common misconception that they are just not good pets, even though they're small and adorable. I know, all right. I take the hint. Walk back by Natalia and back out her gate. You know, to be honest, I've never really had any issues with ticks, either on myself or the cats, from my knowledge. Hi, did you finally turn around? There's Natalia again. Hi. You got such a tood. I love it. Yeah, such a tood. Look at those big paws. Yeah. Such a good girl. This is Natalia again. Oh, you're welcome, cat. Have a great day at work. I actually have to be getting to work too. I come out and try to do this first thing in the morning for you guys when they have enough volunteers and I don't need the help on that front. But I still have a bunch of projects. We are starting to promote International Tiger Day. I know I'm not near any tigers right now. You guys can look at Frosty instead. But International Tiger Day is July 29th. And we have a whole new slew of merchandise. BigCatRescue.org/Tiger Day. And all of the proceeds that go to that are going to be matched dollar for dollar up to $5,000. And we are donating that to 3 different organizations to help save wild tigers in India. You'll get all the information on those pages. This is Frosty. Frosty paws. Yeah, you're very welcome, everybody. I'm glad you guys joined me this morning. But I think we will leave you with Frosty. Everybody's gonna start getting breakfast, but like I said, I've got a huge stack of things to work on. Weather permitting, I might be able to make it out a little later for another little walkabout. But just so you know, you can watch many of our cats pretty much 24/7 if you go to BigCatRescue.org/cams. You can watch the kitten cabana, which is full right now. It's a full house. You can watch Nikita. You can watch Seth and Andy. You can watch Vacation Rotation. Thank you, Patricia. I hope you have a great day too. Thank you all so much for joining me. And I will see you all next time. Thank you.